heck is a segundo volante? The season is still going reasonably well. It is our Laughing Cup game today against Invincibles 2, their reserve squad. Go back a couple of pages here. We are still undefeated, and we are 8 points ahead. Math is hard. It's late. It's not that late. It's only 11. We're 8 points ahead of our nearest competition. They all have a game in hand, but even if they win, they're still 5 points behind us. We're doing really well. The games lately have just been absolutely amazing. We beat Alberts. That was the last game we saw. Jolkava gave us a match. We beat them 2-1. It took a couple late goals from Akambuli and Siberjanovs to seal the deal. They fought. They had some great chances that they missed on. Corzons broke up the clean sheet, but this was a game that really could have gone either way. Against Tukums, Wamba had a hat-trick's worth of goals, including one in extra time. Against Levon, who are not the best squad, we beat them 5-0. Akambuli a brace of goals, Wamba a brace of goals, Siberjanovs a brace of goals. Today, it's all about Ventspils and Riga. I've had a couple of lower league teams, lower division teams in lower leagues asked me for interviews, and I turned them down. I took a look to see what was out there, and I just applied for a few jobs on the whim of, hey, let's see what can happen. If something happens, something happens. I'm not going to be as, well, let me rephrase that. I'm hoping I'm not going to be as blatant about it as I was when I was at Bakamaro. And, if the board asks me to stop, I'll stop. So today, this is our starting 11. We only have 5 on the bench. So Kudrysevs in goal, Titov, Hosek, Svechkanin, and Vukmanik as the defensive back 4. Sorry, got an itch. Dobrysevs and Timmy as the midfielders. Slampe and Akambuli as the attacking midfielders. I'm going to switch these two around real quick. Dobrysevs likes to play inverted winger, and at this position, he likes to play advanced playmaker. Do I have someone on the bench I can replace him with? We'll bring on Minajevs and make him ball-winning midfielder on support. Slampe and Akambuli as their attacking midfielders, Siberjanovs and Wamba up top as the strikers. My B squad is 2 goals up on Levon inside of 5 minutes. They're doing better than we are. Vukmanik on the throw-in, Akambuli. Timmy to Minajevs, back to Timmy. Slampe feeds Wamba, soft shot, but it was... Keeper should have got to that, I would think. Timmy feeds Slampe, Wamba's right there. He dove. I mean, it wasn't a hard shot by any stretch of the imagination. If anything, the ball slowed down the closer it got to the line. But, beggars cannot be choosers. I'm definitely not begging here. Titov on the free kick. It's knocked away. Vukmanik kind of sort of comes up. Gives it to Hosek. Hosek and Timmy are fighting over the ball. Timmy and Titov are back and forth. Slampe takes the shot. Alexandrovs punches that in the air. Nice hard shot by Slampe, but Titov, the corner kick. Wamba can't get to it. Rafiskus headed it up. Bolsakovs and Akambuli, a very nice slide tackle. Rafalskis. Okay, Rafalskis. Vukmanik on the throw-in. Wamba. Minajevs. Akambuli. Gives the ball away. Basis. Nope. Gives the ball away again. Akambule's dispossessed. Bolskovs to Screbbles. Up to Basis. Kurosakis. Hosek heads that away. Vukmanik. To Siberjanovs. Back to Timmy. He holds it up. Over to Minajev. Siberjanovs. Over to Wamba. Timmy. Siberjanovs. Back to Timmy. To Siberjanovs. Back to Timmy. I'm sensing a theme here. Timmy driving forward. Minajevs. Akambuli. Wamba. And that was a shot about 10 times as hard as the one that he previously scored with. That's what I expect from my striker. Looks like Wamba beat the offside trap there, just found a spot between the two central defenders and powered it in. That was well done. Cannon up to Superjanovs. He heads it back to Timmy. Timmy gets it to Slampe. Back to Titov. Over to Timmy. Timmy drives forward, center of the field. Holds it up. Gets it to Minajevs. Back to Timmy. Akambule takes the shot just wide left. Microphone was a little too high there. Didn't realize that. And that is halftime. We are up 2-0 thanks to goals by Wamba. There are a couple teams interested in him. I'm willing to let him leave. I guess someone somewhere back sometime promised him he could use the club as a stepping stone. And we didn't sign him to a new contract this year. Surijanov's a very nice goal. I don't know what happened there. It looks like the ball went completely through four of the defenders. Titov kicks it. Petrohovs sends it back. Titov. Literally, there are four players that could have had a chance to get a foot on the ball, and none of them did. Well, what's up with that exactly? I don't know. Alexandrovs. Akambule. Gave it away. Akambule coming forward, holds it up. Madajevs fouls him in the box. Wamba for his hat trick. Alexandrovs, a very nice block. Wow. Holy smokes. Okay. Titov, corner kick. In swinger. Surdzev knocks that out. I'm telling you, the name pronunciation alone is worth it. Is worth the view. About 70 minutes in, I think. You know what? We're going to get Hosek off. Why risk the yellow card? Plus, I believe I can replace him with Calvoda. Timmy to Titov. Long pass towards Wamba. Headed down. Karosox picks it up for Ventspils. Gives it away. Sevchan to Superjanovs. He heads it down to Slampe. Slampe lofts the ball towards Wamba. Wamba. Oh, that was nice. Looked like he was going left. Pulled the keeper up. The defenders were on his right side. And he just slots it past the keeper on the right. Look at this. Nice over-the-top pass right to Wamba. Completely out-dekes the keeper. We are 4-0 up. Decent possession advantage, decent pass completion rating, won the majority of our tackles. Could be doing better with headers. We're not the best heading team. The keeper finished on a 7-9 after giving up 4 goals. That, however, was a very good win for us. And it moves us into the quarterfinals, I want to say. The B squad team won 2. Okay. Wamba was classy. Spurred in front of goal. Even though he did miss that penalty kick, I'm not really going to blame him for that. Hosek got upset because he wasn't playing. He's good. I found better younger players, and they're both foreign, and I was playing them. Hosek got upset because he wasn't getting the playing time, and he's good. I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. He's solid. You know, he's what you want in a central defender. You know, he's reasonably physical. Mentally, he's pretty solid. Technically, he's good where it counts. 13 heading, 13 marking, 13 tackling, paired with a 14 jumping reach. He's really good. The problem is, he is just a freaking yellow card machine. And I don't think it's listed on here. Maybe if we go to reports, stats. I mean, he's got 4 yellow cards. And the rules in the Latvian League are just, I think it's you get 2 yellow cards in 3 games, you're out for a game, you're suspended. You know, he misses at least a quarter of the season with yellow cards, it seems. And I'm projecting there. It seems like he misses a lot of games. Chances are he might not, but it seems like he does. I'm not going to mess with that. I do that. I upset the club balance, and I really don't want to do that now. What I do need to do, though, is come here, click this, and click that. Now, if we win one more game, we break the league record for consecutive wins. European Golden Boy. I really don't know because I don't have any of the European players loaded. I can't check these guys out. I mean, okay, let's check out. Remember that name, Carlos Vidal. So we leave the press conference. Carlos Vidal. Advanced midfielder on the right for Real Madrid. 20 years old, valued at $22.5 million. Can't really tell from that. If I look at his career stats, okay, he's got a 7.87 this year. He's got 5 goals, 3 assists, and 3 players of the match in 10 games. But, like, I don't have Spain loaded. So, you know, maybe if I was going forward, my plan going forward, I don't know if I'm reasonably sure I haven't mentioned this or not. With each iteration of Football Manager going forward, what I would like to do, and keep in mind this plan is written in jello on a Texas sidewalk in the middle of summer, is when the beta comes out and for the first part of the season, call it, you know, if the game comes out August to December, do a single club save. Now, my save next season is going to be Crystal Palace. There's a couple of reasons for that. One, I'm a Palace fan. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I'm not like, you know, diehard, you know, cut me open and I bleed Crystal Palace red. I mean, I'm a fan, though. You can't really see it. Well, maybe you can, but, like, I followed them when I lived in England in the early 80s, and they weren't even a first division team then. I saw a game of theirs, and I just liked the name, and I liked the kit they had. And when I got back into Football Manager, I was looking for a team to play in England, and I didn't want it to be one of the big 6, and Crystal Palace stood out to me. I've got a ton of Palace merch now. My wife, for my birthday, had a local artist, I'm going to tilt this up here, make that as a wall hanging. That's made out of wood. The colors are Crystal Palace red and blue. I'm a huge Zaha fan. I liked Roy Hodgson. I'm kind of upset to see him leaving, but I understand why he is. But the reason I'm playing Palace next season is they're an older squad. I got to get this back to where it was. They're an older squad, and they're in transition. My understanding is, and I have to go back and double check this, of their roster, they have 13 players who are going to be leaving or aren't resigning. And a lot of them are their starters. Guiada's getting old. Zaha wants to leave. Milivojevic is getting older. Their defenses, some of their defensive players are getting older. Now they have Ayew might leave. Benteke is going to leave. They're not going to keep him. They're not going to pay him what he wants, I suspect. So whoever comes in is going to be, I don't want to say fighting with one hand tied behind their back. Palace is going to finish mid-table in the Premier League. They'll have a decent transfer budget. They'll have the income money. I don't believe they're in a ton of debt. I haven't really gone into depth in that. But it's essentially going to be a complete club rebuild. Now, they have a couple players on the squad they can definitely build around. Eber Eze is a very nice option to build around. Their defensive back, he just scored. And I'm totally blanking on his name. I don't know that I can pull it up here. We sort it by this. Milivojevic is 34, Zaha's 33, Schlup's 32, Riedewaldt's 29, Eze's 27, Tyrick Mitchell. And he's not exactly young. He's 26. But Mitchell and Eze are good players. They have a couple of youth players that might be able to come up and help them as well. But I think you're going to be looking at anywhere from 5 to 7 new starters for Palace next season. That's assuming Guiada stays. I don't know that he will. He's getting up there in age, too. So that's going to be my beta save. And I think it's going to be interesting to see if, you can... It's going to be 6 and 1, half dozen the other. Do you start the save after the transfer window's closed? Or do you do your own thing as the manager? And I have no idea who they're going to hire. I hear Lampard's name kind of bandied about. I don't know if that would be a good idea. But frankly, there are worse options out there. But after that save... my plan is to do another Journeyman. I think what I would like to do is do another regional Journeyman. So like this is Eastern Europe. Next year, maybe do South America or Central America or East Asia or the Scandinavian countries. You know, you break it up in areas like that. I want to stay out of Western Europe, but I think what I might do as a lesson learned from this one is keep the big Western squads but keep them on view only. Don't be eligible to coach them. So I could do if I did a quote unquote Scandinavian save, it would be like Finland, Norway, Sweden, Iceland, Denmark. That's not a lot of countries. I would have to tie that into like a Central Europe save, but exclude the big six. So, maybe like a Belgium, Netherlands sort of save thing. And what are we looking at here? Now, Boutrix is not a ball-winning midfielder. Boutrix likes to be a deep-lying playmaker or a central midfielder on support. Doesn't he? Yeah, central midfielder on support. Vukmanic, Akambuli teed off. Schlampe's on the bench. Do I need to bring anyone else up? Sulik I can't bring up because I've got my foreign. Met will bring up Igbonikwa. I need a replacement at right back or advanced midfielder on the right. And having someone on the bench to do that is nice. Putrasevich is injured. Okay. So we are playing Riga. Fauzi is coming off an injury. Just nothing too serious. I think minor knee injury. So we'll get him back some playing time. But anyhow, to do a regional journeyman, maybe do a South American one. Start out, in Uruguay or Chile or someplace like that, and see if you can't get to like one of the big Brazilian clubs, or even like just a big club. So I'm liking this journeyman. I like the fact that we started out in Georgia and we made our way to Latvia. And we're working up. The challenges are definitely different, and they've been fun. Fauzi sends it in the crowd, knocked away. Sal runs it down, cuts right, blows by the one defender. Now he's being shadowed, holds it up, crosses it in, knocked away. Akambuli gets it up to Wamba, who comes back, almost loses it, gets it back to Sevikanen. Totally pronouncing that wrong. Akambule on the right, sends it up for Wamba. Wamba doesn't have any help, holds it up, tries crossing it in, gets it to Akambule, who takes the shot, and it's just wide left. Fauzi in the box, knocked away. Boutrix comes up, eventually. Fauzi gets it. Sergeanovs, and he scores. That was nice. He's turned into a very nice pickup. And I suspect when Wamba leaves, Sergeanovs will pick up whatever scoring slack Wamba leaves behind. That was well struck. So anyhow, as we kind of watch this, the nice thing is, Timmy steals the ball. Waiting until the start of the new year to start the Journeyman series is probably a better thing to do. Fauzi and Wamba are playing back and forth. Akambule, Burkick can't make the save, but the post does. It's because by that time, most of the kinks will have been worked out in the editor with the database creation, things like that. And so those people who do the world databases should have a fairly complete one to go by the beginning of the year. I know the one guy who did the world database for the longest time had stopped doing it this year. This is Churko drives forward, takes the shot, and he scores. Good gracious. This is from the world database that Timo did. So, Timo comes out with another world database next year, January. I'll load it up and we'll do something. Maybe we do a North America save. I don't have an economics degree and a math minor, so I don't want to play in the MLS, which also kind of precludes me from playing in Australia as well, because they essentially took a look at the MLS rules and said, hey, mate, hold my Fosters. Vukmanic centers it. Wamba tries getting it in, but it bounces off a Riga player, ends up at Fauzi's feet, and he slots it away. Lucky bounces, man. Lucky bounces. Anderson to Churko on the throw-in. Sal. Tobers. Sal. Sabalenka to Tobers. To Yegorashev. Churko. Tobers. They're moving the ball well. Melnick. Sal. They just can't find an opening, and I'm okay with that. Tobers. Melnick. Sabalenka. Heads it forward. Sal's there. Gets it to Yegorev. He hits the post. Wow, that was a shot and a half. There are games where I think the equipment ought to be the player of the match. Sabalenka. Oh, Butrix tackles him. The ball goes flying out to Serberjanovs. Timmy ends up with it. Drops it off to Titov. Back to Timmy. Centers it to Butrix. Wamba. Serberjanovs. Back to Wamba. Fauzi. Finds the hole. Wamba's there. Can't score. Recovers. Akinbule can't score. The ball's knocked away. Burkic. To Vorobjovs. Dispossessed, but it goes right to Anderson. Sevchikanin is going to run that down. Do something smart. Thank you, Vukmanik. Back to Sevchikanin. Vukmanik. Butrix. Up into space towards Wamba. Wamba. Inside, outside. Gets by the defenders. Holds it up. Tries crossing it in. Doesn't succeed. Akinbule. Serberjanovs takes the shot. Bounces it off a Riga defender. God, only 33 minutes in. Fauzi. Akinbule. Gets the carom. Cuts right. Holds it up. Crosses it in. Serberjanovs is there, but Burkic, a very nice stop. Sabalenka. Sevikan knocks away. Akinbule heads it into space, but there's no one in a Spartak's uniform to run it down. Mironov to Melnick. Anderson. Melnick to Sal. Tobers. Melnick. To Sal. And they equalize. We need a better second half. Although admittedly, some of my guys are tired. They just played a game 3 days ago. Nice shot by Sal. That was well earned. Good crowd. Fauzi sends it in, knocked away. Akinbule is going to run it down. Gets it back to Butrix. Butrix holds it up. Gets it to Vukmanik. Don't know what Vukmanik's doing. He's not really an offensive player. He gets to Akinbule. Vukmanik crosses it in. Mironov knocks it away. Ball ends up at Timmy's feet. He gathers it in. Gets it to Butrix. Out to Titov. All alone on the right. Oh, that would have been nice. Fauzi. Corner kick. Out swinger. Virjanin knocks it away, but Akinbule is going to run it down. Dispossessed by Churko. Gets it back. And he bangs it off a Riga player for the corner kick. Fauzi. Outswinger. Sal knocks it away. Fauzi's going to run that down. Gets it to Timmy. Kalvoda. And the highlight ends. What the heck, guys? 14 shots, 8 on target. We've got 2 goals to show for it. They've had 4 and 2. And the woodwork hit. Didn't we have a woodwork hit too? I could have sworn we had a woodwork hit too. I guess not. Let's get it going, guys. Vukmanik, Butrix, Timmy, up to Serberjanovs, Akinbule, Serberjanovs, Timmy holds it up, out to Titov on the left, holds it up again, takes the shot, he scores. That was nice. That's his first goal of the season. And he didn't have any goals last season. If he did, it was in cup matches. But for the Latvian league, he had 11 assists and no goals. He had a couple players of the matches, though, based off his assists. That was nice. I think maybe he got tired of everybody messing up on the very nice crosses he set in and said, essentially, screw you guys, I'm going to score myself. You know what? We got a few... Good gracious. Okay, Kalvoda's going to come off in Minajev. No, Traore's going to come on. We're going to bring Minajevs on for Vukmanik. I may regret that. Keep Titov on the field just for his crossing alone. Quiet second half. No highlights. Until this one. Minajevs gives the ball away. Son of a gun. Oh, trickles 101. Come on, Kudra. freaking FM'd. Holy cow. 93 minutes into a 93-minute game, we get FM'd. Are you freaking kidding me? Unreal. Unflipping real. I am not nearly drunk enough to cuss the way I want to. Unreal. It's not the last time that's going to happen. Jiminy Christmas. Well, we still haven't lost a game, unless you count the Champions League and Europa League. Yeah, okay, we haven't lost a league game. Oh, Eve. We should have had them. Oh, that was annoying. Well, the plan is to come back for the quarterfinal match against whomever. When is the draw for that? Is that relatively soon? That may actually be tomorrow. Let's go. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Let me go for today. We'll see who we're playing. Then we'll end the episode. See who we're playing here. 8 teams? Okay. So our B squad is playing Grobanas. Fortuna Ogre is playing Riga. Riga 2 is playing us. Ventspils is playing RFS. I don't know what the rules are. Can Riga play its own B squad? Fortuna Ogre. That is kind of cool. It's a generic name, though. I'll tell you what, though. That is not the coolest name I have seen on this save. I was looking at a player on Barcelona. I am not the best typer in the world. I'll be the first person to admit that. And I accidentally typed in this. I don't know why I typed this in. I couldn't explain it to you. It was the middle of the day yesterday. I wasn't eating or anything. I wasn't drinking or anything. I mean, I had water in front of me. I don't know why I typed in beer. Could have been a conversation I was having with a friend at the time or something like that. But there's an actual club in Guam called Beercelona, sponsored by Budweiser. I don't even know. You know, if I was to do like a Micronesia save, I don't even know the league loaded. I just think it's funny. I don't even know if they have an actual official logo soon. They've won 2 games. They beat the Bobcat Rovers and the Pago Bay Disasters. That's just, I find that hilariously funny, and I don't know why, but it is. How it's not funny is the draw we had. Absolutely FM'd. Absolutely FM'd. But you know what? We're going to keep our winning ways going. We're going to beat Riga in the Quarter Cup final. We're going to beat Rezknez in the higher league. I don't even know what the Winter Cup is. What the heck is the Winter Cup? Previous winner and previous season's winner and okay. I have no idea. We'll find out. Anyhow, we'll be back in January for our next cup match. Until then, we are going to try and keep the good times rolling. Let me rephrase that. We're going to try and start the good times over again. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. I need to save this game. My name's FM Jellico. I thank you for watching.